Hey guys, what it do? It's your boy Supreme Uchiha the God. Hope you guys had a great ass Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Today I want to talk about Alex Wilder, my dude, man. That's one of my favorite fictional characters of all time. Easily one of my favorite characters of all time. And I want to talk about him in regards to true love. Now, crazy thing, crazy coincidence. Just a coincidence, of course. It's nothing crazy like that. You know? It's just a little bit of a coincidence. But my favorite character. Well, not my favorite character of all time, but my album happens to also be called Alex Wilder. Now, that's a great coincidence because that means I have a lot of information about this dude. I'm a big fan of this dude. And so I have a lot to say about this dude. But one of the key aspects and the reason why my album is actually named after this guy, you know what I'm saying? I make music, link in the description. If I don't forget to put the link in the description, which I always forget to put the link in the description. Put the link in the description, you know what I'm saying? So I want to talk about love, bro. So one of the interesting aspects of his character, one of my favorite aspects of his character is how he's portrayed in terms of his love, right? For A, his family, and B, for Nico, right? You know what I'm saying? It's all about Nico, you know what I'm saying? So imagine, right? You're this rich, smart, like definitely genius level intellect kid, right? And there's this girl you don't really fuck with that much, actually, to be honest. You don't really like the motherfucker. And put autofocus on, bro, because my focus is all over the place. All right, you don't really fuck with her, like, at all, really. You know, she annoys you. She's always had a crush on you for Yonkers, for fucking Yonkers, right? And I'm gonna get into how I think the writers failed Alex Wilder and Nico. You know what I'm saying? The two characters. I'll talk about that later. You know what I'm saying? But basically, right, she's had a crush on him for a long time. You know, she borrowed his books or whatever or shit like that. And then he's just been waiting for her to give him back his shit. You know what I'm saying? And then she comes back and he's like, damn, boy, what the fuck happened to you in the past few years, boy? You looking stunning. You know what I'm saying? But his plan is already made up. He's like, okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to betray everybody. I'm going to murk everybody. And I'm going to save my parents. Because everybody else wants to do that to my parents anyway. Everybody wants to, you know, everybody's planning to betray my parents. I'm not going to allow that to happen. I'm going to betray everybody else. And I'm going to save my parents. And me and my parents are going to survive happily ever after with the end of the world, right? So he doesn't care about the end of the world. He only cares about his family, protecting his family. That's love, right? It might be perverted love, it might be whatever you want to call it, but it's love, right? It might be chaotic love, it might be destructive love, but it's pure, raw, unadulterated, crazy amount of love that it takes for one to be willing to end, not just end the world, but also end the lives of his pseudo friends. You know what I'm saying? Because he set up the whole team. Without Alex Wilder, no runaways. He set up the whole team, convinced everybody to rally behind them and stand up to their parents, right? Because people were just about to just, hey, man, we're gonna have to fake this shit and just act like we don't see nothing, you know what I'm saying? But Alex was like, that's not happening, bro. That is not happening. We cannot allow that shit to happen. We gotta stand up against our parents, and we gotta save the city. We gotta save the people. We gotta stop them from sacrificing these little virgin girls. You know what I'm saying? It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, but that's what happens in the story, right? So, you know, but unfortunately for him, or fortunately for everybody else, you know what I'm saying, he gets really, really close to Nico. Now, initially, in his head, right, because, you know, this guy got a big-ass brain. He's thinking, I'm going to manipulate her feelings and blah, 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 blah. Tries to manipulate it, but my dude ends up falling deep-ass in love, you know what I'm saying? Again, we're bringing back that team of the motherfucking episode, or whatever the fuck we want to call this. Love. Big-ass amount of love. Unadulterated, unfiltered, crazy amount of love. Now, imagine a guy that's willing to already end the world, kill the people that actually have become like a family, new family to him, friends with him that he spent Yonkers with, running away for over a year. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 100% sure to spell the story. I read it a while ago. You know what I'm saying? He's willing to do that. And then he's willing to murk all of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But he gets the opportunity and he defeats everybody pretty handily. He gets to Nico and he's just like, join me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, yo, join me. That's love, bro. That's love, bro. Am I crazy for loving that aspect of him? Am I crazy for liking that, for thinking that that's admirable? Am I crazy? You know what I'm saying? Because I thought that was such an admirable character trait. I was like, damn, bro, I really fuck with this guy. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously they did him dirty by killing him. I thought, you know, it would have been better if he. I don't know. They fucked that up for me anyway. Right? They killed him. All right, cool, whatever. We move on, right? Nico, and this is where I think the love part is I don't know. The execution just. You know, I feel like I'm a better writer than half of these writers, man. I ain't even playing, bro. Wait for my book, Bomani, bro. You gonna see how you write love, how you write conflict, how you write, bro. You know, cause I know a lot of people like to criticize shit, but they ain't write nothing, they ain't do nothing. So it's like, man, what do you criticize? You can't write a better story. I am telling you, I am guaranteeing you guys, I can write a better story. Bomani is gonna be the greatest story ever read. I'm on like page 10. I know it's a low amount of pages, right? It took me like 5 years to create the universe, bro. It took me a long ass time to create the universe. I lost a lot of files, bro. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of setbacks, man. You gotta cut me some slack. I had a lot of setbacks, you know what I'm saying? So I have to redo a lot of things, create a bunch of new races again, recreate the map. You know what I'm saying? I created a whole map, bro. I drew that motherfucker from scratch my damn self, bro. Zoomed in that bitch and was drawing the whole map, bro. I did that shit, bro. But it got lost, bro. We got lost. So I gotta start again. But don't worry about it. I'm still 10 pages into the book. And I'm gonna create this shit as I go this time because, you know, it hurts. But yeah, so we're talking about like writing and all that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? So then Nico ends up with the cyborg Manches, whatever the fuck how you say his name. I never got into him, bro. I couldn't really read the story much after Alex Wilder died. Now, I knew he was going to come back when I went back to reread it. Because I went back to reread it because when I first read it, I just immediately stopped after Alex Wilder died. Like, I read like 2-3 chapters, like, man, fuck all this shit, man. I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? But I went back and reread it and then tried to read a bunch of chapters with Manches. And I don't know, the story just fell flat for me from then. And its popularity started sinking not too long after that. And eventually, you know, they tried to fix it. And then Alex Wilder came back. That was a big thing. That was an amazing thing. But Nico's turmoil was a bit interesting. Now, I loved how she tried to bring him back for a very, very long time. Every time she tried to figure out a way to bring him back. That was phenomenal. I thought that showed her love for him. That despite him willing to kill everybody, including her closest friends, she was still wanted to bring him back. And when he did come back, the first thing she did was run up and kiss him. Like, it was just like, I love this motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? So she just kissed him and just forgot for a second that, damn, hey, I'm kind of bisexual now, you know what I'm saying? And I have a girlfriend, but hey girl, I love you, but I love this nigga right there. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was a great representation of love. At least true love in my understanding, my interpretation of what true love is. That's what I believe true love is when you're willing to do all these crazy heights for somebody. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean you do it, because again, Nico, you know, was willing to bring him back and willing to do all that shit, but she wasn't willing to kill her friends for him. But she still loved him. She didn't want him to die. She still had that true love. You know what I'm saying? It was just, they both represented it very, very differently. You know what I'm saying? His one was very, you know what I'm saying, very focused. You know what I'm saying? But she was like, yo, I love everybody else too. You know what I'm saying? I may love you the most, but I love everybody else too, and I'm not going to kill everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's different, you know what I'm saying? But his love for the friends wasn't nearly as high, you know what I'm saying? So that's where like the difference between the two characters, the conflict really happens. The love for each other, I think, was at around the same level, but the love for everybody else was not at the same level, you know what I'm saying? Including the love for the parents and all that type of jazz. So I really thought that shit was amazing, you know what I'm saying? That was something that I applauded the authors. But, you know, after he's dead, things kind of spiraled down a little bit. I felt Nico wasn't, you know, she didn't have the same spirit, you know what I'm saying? That's what I felt anyway. I know a lot of people like the relationship, her relationship with Manches or whatever. But now Gertrude, right? She's with Manches, which is instead of Chase, right? Chase is like a weird guy. I don't know. Chase is just strange, bro. They just, I don't know. I don't feel like his arc is like where it should be at, you know what I'm saying? I just don't think they did him that much justice. Then, you know, I think I was reading recently when he came back again, Alex Wilder, because I saw that he came back and I was like, yo, because I don't read it, I don't read any Runaways or whatever, but I saw a chapter that he's back and I was like, yo, I have to read this, you know what I'm saying? Because Alex Wilder's in it, I have to read this. Every time I see Alex Wilder in a story, I have to read it, you know what I'm saying? So I think it was like Avengers Undercover or whatever, I had to read that. Like whatever, whenever I see Alex, I just have to do it. So I did that, went and read a chapter. Alex Wilder came back and everybody was like blah blah blah. But Molly, right? Molly, you know, she believed in what Alex, like, and I believed, but she got why Alex Wilder did what he did. You know what I'm saying? She also missed her parents. Like she was like, bro, I'm a little kid, bro. I'm sick of just out here living like this. I wanna have parents. I wanna go to school. I wanna, you know what I'm saying? I wanna do regular shit, but I wanna do it with my parents. You know what I'm saying? And everybody just pretends and acts as if the parents never existed. But Alex Wilder doesn't. He never did. And you know, that's what she misses. You know what I'm saying? She misses being able to talk about these situations. You know what I'm saying? And that's why she ran away with Alex. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, and Alex tried his best. You know, he was willing to sacrifice whoever it took to save that team. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, I'm like, because he realized his flaws, right? And he was like, I'm going to save you guys. Even if you guys don't fuck with it, I'm going to save you guys. If I got to kill this motherfucker for it, I'm going to save you guys. You know what I'm saying? That's what he cared about. He's a very, like, he's meticulous. You know what I'm saying? But I suppose there wasn't enough growth, perhaps, because, you know, he wasn't really there to grow like that. But, you know, I know, I felt like that whole story could have been taken care of a little bit better. Nico was obviously the most pissed off at him, and Chase. I don't really know why Chase, but Nico is definitely Nico's the most pissed off at him, understandably so. But I don't know, he was only there for like 2 chapters and then it was just like he's gone, and it was like, I don't know, it was weird. I tried to read the chapters after and I had zero interest, to be honest. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just a fanboy. I don't know. But why I want to talk about the love is, I don't know. I feel like as a person in general, I feel like I'm more on Alex Wilder. You know what I'm saying? And that's why my album's called Alex Wilder. I feel like I would let the world die for my family type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd highly consider that shit. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, if it's different talking about a situation than actually being in a situation, right? It's very easy to say I would shoot somebody in the face. It's a lot different to actually shoot somebody in the face. You know what I'm saying? I've had guns pointed at me at a very, very, very early age, and I don't know. At the time, I think I learned fear when I came to the Western world. I wasn't really afraid back home. You know what I'm saying? Back when I was in Africa, I wasn't really that scared of shit. You know what I'm saying? I was a pretty fearless child. I could walk to a jungle with snakes, spiders, whatever the fuck, by myself. From like 4, 5, 6, all the way to 7, I could do that. I just wasn't really scared of shit. Then I got here and I don't know, I got pampered and shit changed. You know what I'm saying? Shit changed. So I understand that, like, you know, I feel like characters need, I won't say, yeah, need a development that drastic. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like in terms of the love between Alex and Nico, it's there for sure, but the way it's portrayed, they're just not given enough of a chance for them to really portray. I don't mind if they never get back together. I'm actually quite okay with that. But I feel like at least they should be able to rekindle a friendship, because their love for each other was so great and so high that yes, it hurts a lot, but she should definitely be able. I mean, the first thing she did was kiss the guy that tried to kill everybody while she has a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the first thing she did. So that tells you about her. But the writing is so inconsistent. That's a problem with like Marvel and comic books in general, where too many writers, bro. You have too many writers, like, and it just ruins a lot of great potential stories. This is why Dick Grayson is fucking Rick Grayson. Like, what the fuck is that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pathetic. Like, they need to keep one writer per full story. And by meaning full story, like, let's say this whole volume, like this whole motherfucking volume, everything to do with it. But see, that's not even the problem. The whole book, the whole run should be by one writer. Let's say from, if you say this run is gonna last 3 years, let that whole run be done by one writer, completely, just one writer. Let the next person who comes to write it make sure that they take everything, every aspect of what happened in that or the previous run to the next one, instead of oh, let's fucking just, you know, hash over that. Let's forget about that. Let's forget that Dick Grayson and Batgirl just kissed like 4 times in the last book, and now he's, you know what I'm saying? And relationships never last, which is really frustrating. Relationships in comic books and shit, like, it just never ever lasts, which is the most frustrating thing. Like, Batman and Catwoman are on and off. You know what I'm saying? Peter Parker and Mary Jane are the only, like, the closest thing to a sustainable relationship. And obviously, Power Man, aka Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, they're solid. But there's just not enough of that. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the younger characters, there's just not enough of it. Why can't people just stay together? Beast Boy and Raven, what the fuck? Like, they haven't been together for like 10, 12 years in the comic books. It's almost like almost together, but they're just never together. There's no real romance. I feel like comics in general can't fucking write romance that well. And I felt like one of the things that I felt that was doing well up until Things Dead, Alex Wilder was dead, is that he was writing romance really, really well. These people actually felt legit that they should be together. You know what I'm saying? Batgirl, when she was dating, which I didn't mind, she was dating this guy that had like a limb missing. That was a really good relationship. It was convincing. Of course, it didn't last. It didn't last. It was just gone. Boom. Then she went to Burnside, became a completely different character, completely like ruined. And she had my favorite book for years was Batgirl. Batgirl, when her dad was hunting her, when her brother came back, when all that storyline was fucking absolutely phenomenal. When she teamed up with Batwoman, phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal, like insane quality writing. And then Burnside happened. I'm like, now it's a fucking high school drama or fucking college drama. Like, what the fuck happened to the serious shit we're getting? What happened to the art style? What happened to everything? And it was just, and I'm so passionate about comics because I love the characters so much, but they're always under justified. You know what I'm saying? And talk about love again. Like, Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon, that relationship should have lasted. Like, there's no reason for that relationship to not last. You know what I'm saying? Yes, break up and come back a few times, cool, but it's just so overdone. It's like 20 years of break off, on, off, on, off, on, off. It's like, boy, what the fuck is even the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the point of these guys having a relationship if this is how it's gonna go? Like, what's the point of them dating? Just leave them as friends. You know what I'm saying? Choose something. What are they gonna be? And choose that. Like, fuck me, two people have never ever go back and on and off that fucking much. Like, it's just not. It's not that often of a thing. Like, some people do that, of course. Some people do every fucking thing on the planet, but not that many people do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. If you end badly, it's probably over. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it could be cool again in a few years' time and just as friends. But if you rekindle that, then it's usually becomes something real. Or if that breaks up, it's not no way again in 2 years' time again you're back in. Like, what the fuck kind of shit is that? I don't know. It's just so frustrating to read every character going through that same shit. It's just annoying. Like, every character should have a unique love relationship or none. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with none. I'm okay with somebody just being a fling boy. That's grand, or flinger, whatever. I don't care. But be fucking consistent with these characters. These characters are not consistent whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? It's so frustrating. That's one of my goals, one of my things in life. I want to fix a lot of these characters. I want to do justice to Dick Grayson. Like, look at the fucking Teen Titans show. Like, what the fuck is that shit? The cartoon was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. The original Teen Titans cartoon was phenomenal. I like Teen Titans Go. It's fun. It took me a very long time to even give it a chance. But it's pretty funny and it's pretty fun. And it actually does Beast Boy and Raven quite well. But, you know, then you go to Titans TV show, absolutely pathetic. Comic book pathetic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ridiculous. I try to read the new Teen Titans run in the comics, pathetic. You know what I'm saying? It was just Titans, whatever. Not the Teen Titans now, because they'll change. It's Damien. I don't even like Damien, bro. But pathetic, bro. Pathetic. The stories just aren't invigorating. They're just not connecting, bro. Does anybody remember Young Avengers? Fucking phenomenal. Phenomenal. Top tier quality shit. Hulking and what's his name? And oh fuck, what's his name? The magician kid. Phenomenal. That's a quality relationship. That was built in well. You know what I'm saying? Bishop and Eli, even though they broke up, phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you do relationships. I feel like comic book writing was so much superior during that first Runaways run, that Young Avengers run. It was phenomenal. The original Teen Titans comic book from, I think, was 1998 to like 2008. Phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Phenomenal, top tier quality shit. Now comics are so fucking shabby, bro. Everything is about the movies. Like, they're so fucking pathetic, bro. The stories make no sense. I'm just talking about Marvel and DC exclusively, because other comics are amazing. Unbound, phenomenal. Orphanage, phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? There's so many top tier quality comics. Don't get me twisted. Most comics are actually fucking amazing. It's the Marvel and DC verse that are fucking pathetic. DC used to be so much superior than Marvel in comics, and now, and yeah, man, I don't want to, I don't know, this just turned into a fucking comic book rant and storytelling rant. But yeah, man, just wait for my books, man. I'm still looking for an artist to help me write my shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if I have an artist, I could tell my stories way faster. Because writing a book is insane, bro. It's so hard, because you have to describe everything, you know what I'm saying? But with words, you know what I'm saying? But if I could just tell an artist, like, yo, this is how the place looks, and just show them an image, this is the type of vibe, they can create that for me so much more efficiently, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? The book is gonna come out, it's gonna come out. I want to finish it by the time my album drops, because I want to drop my book, the magazine that is already done, and the album, and the merchandise all together, you know what I'm saying? So and just to prove it, let me show you guys. See, I wasn't playing about this album thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't playing about this album thing. You know what I'm saying? It says, "Long live Wilder." You know what I'm saying? So we really out here making Alex Wilder merch. Like, we're really out here. I don't know if that's even legal or whatever, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's been your boy Super Mature the God. That was my comic book / Alex Wilder and did something of love rant. If you like the video, leave a like. If you don't, leave a dislike. If you have any thoughts, negative or positive, leave a comment below and we can have a conversation. It's been your boy Super Mature the God. I'm out.